This vehicle is leaving the station. Please hold on. Please move to the center of the vehicle and away from the doors.
Welcome back to the NWG from a top secret location. If things look a little wonky, I'm working on the setup here. I'll be here about half the time. Moving on to news, I have, unfortunately, Doctor Who news, and this doesn't smell right. This doesn't smell right at all. Let's take a quick look at this. This comes from Doctor Who Online News, which sources Radio Times. Quote, Radio Times have announced the results of a recent poll for Doctor Who fans to cast their votes for their favorite Doctor. With nearly 50,000 votes, that doesn't seem like a lot. David Tennant's 10th Doctor narrowly beat Jodie Whittaker's 13th Doctor, with both snagging 21% of the votes. Hang on a second. Tennant got 10,518 votes, and Whittaker got 10,423, a difference of just 95 votes. What? Hang on a second. You're telling me that Radio Times polled 50,000 people in the UK, presumably, and Tennant narrowly beat Whittaker for positions 1 and 2? Let's keep going. Whilst they're not particularly big fans of pitting doctors against each other in polls, they're all fantastic, right? It was rather exciting to see Jodie and David's Doctor ranked so highly. Following this news, the Daily Mirror newspaper got in touch with Doctor Who Online to ask why we thought David's Doctor was such a fan favorite, and below was our response. Quote, David's popularity is thanks to his role in making the franchise a bigger success in the US. David's Doctor was the first that really made it internationally. He also helped even out the fan base. It used to be about 70 to 80% male back in the day. Oh my goodness. And now it's pretty much 50-50. Jodie helped that as well, so I'm pleased she's so high on the list. Are you... Oh, are you hearing this? So they're pleased that the audience is split 50-50, but the overall count of the audience has dropped more than half. Let's keep going. For many, Tom Baker is the top one. It's interesting to see he isn't in the top 3. Oh, Tom Baker's not even in the top 3 doctors. He's number 5. We'll get through the whole list. Let's finish this article. And it basically says David Tennant beat him to the post. His stories were really well written under Russell T Davies. Agree. A full breakdown of the votes can be viewed as below. David Tennant number 1 at 10,518. Jodie Whittaker number 2 at 10,423. So they're... Okay, let's keep going. Peter Capaldi number 3 at 8,800 votes. Matt Smith, 7,600. Tom Baker number 5, 3,900. That's the top number 1 most recognized in pop culture doctor ever in Doctor Who history. Listen, I could go up to a grandmother and say, who is this? And hold up a picture of David Tennant. And she might say, oh, he's a nice looking young chap. Okay. Hold up a picture of Tom Baker in the scarf. Oh, that's Doctor Who. Yes, that's the Doctor. Let's keep going. The original, I don't care what they say, the original Dr. William Hartnell, number 6, Paul McGann, number 7, Christopher Eccleston, number 8. He rebooted Doctor Who in 2005. John Pertwee should have been much higher on this list at number 9. Patrick Troughton, number 10, again, should have been much higher. Sylvester McCoy probably deserves that spot, number 11. Colin Baker, 12. You probably would have flipped those two. And Peter Davidson, number 13, with 351 votes. Tom Baker's successor, number 13, behind Sylvester McCoy, behind Colin Baker. At the time, the youngest doctor ever, Peter Davison, is number 13. This list is bullshit. I'm sorry, it is. You're telling me that you went to 50,000 people on a poll. How was the poll vetted? Was it emailed out? Did you make 50,000 phone calls? I doubt it. So what you probably did is you sent out some form or sent out a web link. People could vote multiple times, and you had the Whittaker army in force. Listen, here's the deal. It's not so much that I have a problem with Jodie Whittaker as the doctor, but voting her the second highest above every other name I just read is complete garbage. It's not that she's a bad actress. She's actually pretty good, except for in Doctor Who, where she's trying to play a knockoff version of David Tennant. For someone that is truly the first female doctor, even though that's not true in storyline anymore, they ruined their own canon in multiple different ways. What you did with Jodie is you have her, instead of acting like the first female doctor, she acts like a dude. She's not written to be a woman. She's wearing, I guess, female clothes, maybe? That's arguable. And she goes around telling everybody that she's a woman and she's better now. But no, it doesn't work. She's not playing the character in any way that's interesting. It's like watching paint dry. And honestly, this is the first time in Doctor Who where if something were to happen, if the Doctor's in peril, or there's a two-part episode where the Doctor, played by Jodie Whittaker, is about to die before the credits roll, I honestly wouldn't care. As a viewer, that's terrible. Now, Peter Capaldi certainly had some issues as well, the way he was written. Number 3, I think, is a bit high for Capaldi. Matt Smith could have moved maybe into the number 3 spot. Tom Baker should have flat out been number 1. David Tennant, number 2. I know this is subjective, but I don't think it's subjective to say that Jodie Whittaker should not be number 2 out of 13 on this list. With the articles quoting into identity politics with the percentage of male-female, look, Doctor Who wasn't written for a specific gender. It was written as good science fiction. Now, maybe at that time it attracted more boys than girls, and that's fine. But it's not like they're making their money marketing toys. They do have toys, but that's not what's bankrolling Doctor Who. So why don't you just write good science fiction? Doesn't matter who the character is, who it's played by, whether or not it's the first female doctor, the first black, the first white, the first Asian. That does not matter. Write good Doctor Who, and the fans will follow. You'll get men, you'll get women, you'll get different races, you'll get different sexual orientation. People of all different types will tune into Doctor Who if you just flat make it good again. It really is that simple. Anyway, that's the end of my rant for now. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that I've earned a subscription. This channel is brand new. I believe this is the 5th video that I've ever done on this channel in 1 week. So please, if you're not already a subscriber and you're considering it, push the button, turn on notifications. You'll be notified whenever I do a new video or a live stream. And to quote Art Bell, want to take a ride? You can go on this journey with me. And I would appreciate your support very much. Let's do this together. That's all for today. We'll see you back here again real soon.
This vehicle is leaving the station. Please hold